My name is Lydia. I'm a 36-year-old trauma surgeon. I thought the hardest part of my life was the operating room until the day I came home early. I had just finished a 12-hour surgery. I was exhausted, thinking only about sleep. But when I walked into my house, I heard my teenage daughter crying. I followed the sound and stopped in shock that my parents were in my home, demanding she tell them where I kept my property documents. At the same time, my sister was in my bedroom tearing through my things, pulling out clothes, scattering them across the floor, and stuffing my jewelry into her bag. They weren't visiting, they were stealing. And worse, my brother-in-law was cornering my daughter, trying to force her to open our safe. My own parents weren't stopping it. They were helping him. I stayed quiet. I recorded everything. Then I stepped out of the shadows. Put that down, I said calmly. They all froze. My mother immediately tried to justify it. Sign the papers so we can save this family. That's when I saw a quitclaim deed already prepared. They weren't just stealing. They were trying to take my house. I didn't argue. I gave them one warning, 60 seconds to leave, or I call the police. They left, angry, threatening, but they left. When the door finally closed, I went straight to my daughter. She was shaking, crying, telling me everything, how they threatened her, how they tried to scare her into giving up this safe code. That was the moment something inside me shifted completely. I didn't hesitate anymore. I collected the security footage. Every camera had captured everything: my sister stealing, my parents watching, my brother-in-law threatening my child. Then I called my lawyer, Elliot, my best friend. We built the case immediately. Fraud, theft, conspiracy to take property. And the evidence was overwhelming. The next day, I discovered something worse. The deed wasn't just an idea. They had already prepared a full legal transfer to steal my home. That's when I stopped treating it like a family problem. It became a legal one. We set a trap. I sent them a message pretending I would cooperate. I agreed to meet at a notary office. They believed I would sign, but I wasn't going there to obey. I was going there to expose them. Before the meeting, I made sure my daughter was safe with someone I trusted. I wasn't risking her again. Then came the final confrontation. At the notary office, they were waiting, confident, impatient, certain I would finally give in. My brother-in-law pushed the papers toward me. Just sign it, he said. IDIDN single quotes T. Instead, I asked questions, and I let him talk. And he did what criminals always do when they think they've won. He confessed. He admitted everything. The debt, the scheme, the fake transfer, the plan to hide his assets using my property, all while a recorder in my bag captured every word. That was the moment the door opened. My lawyer walked in. Behind him, an investigator. Everything stopped. The photos came out. The recordings played. The evidence was undeniable. My sister broke first, begging. My mother froze. My father had nothing left to say. And my brother-in-law realized, too late, that he had walked into a legal trap of his own making. I told you, I said quietly, walk away. But they didn't listen then. Now they had no choice. A month later, the consequences were final. Charges, arrests, financial collapse, probation, investigations. My home was safe again. My daughter was safe again. And my life was finally mine again. Not because I fought louder than them, but because I stopped reacting emotionally and started using the law, evidence, and truth. Family doesn't get unlimited access to your life, and blood doesn't excuse betrayal. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is walk away and let consequences do the talking.